Good morning, students. Welcome to online classes of Neeraj Bajpayee International School. I am your physics teacher, Shrey Vaishnav, and today we are going to discuss about Chapter 10, Light. This is our second video. In our previous class, we have discussed about rules of image formation by concave mirror, various positions of object in front of concave mirror, image formation for position number 1 of object, that is object placed in between pole and the focus. And in today's class we are going to discuss furthermore. So let's move forward. Now we are going to see how the image is going to form when the object is at focus. In our position number 1, the object was in between pole and the focus. Now it has moved to the left and had reached to the focus. So what will happen here? Let's see. This is our basic diagram. A concave mirror with the reflecting side on inside and rough side on the outer side. A principal axis with center of curvature, focus and pole. Now see, here is that object denoted by an arrow with the name A, B. As we already know that we need at least 2 rays of light coming out from the object. After reflection, it will intersect somewhere and the image will be formed over there. So let us take the first ray of light parallel to principal axis. Let that be AD. After reflection, as we already know, by our rule number 1, it will pass through focus. So reflected ray will be DE. Then second ray of light, it will fall on the concave mirror in such a way that it would pass through center of curvature. That ray will be AH. According to our second rule, it will return back in the same path. So reflected ray will be HG. So in that way we are having two reflected ray. First reflected ray is DE and second reflected ray is HG. As we already know that we get the image at the point where these two reflected rays will intersect. So let us see what has been done till now. Light ray 1 was there, which was incident on concave mirror in such a way that it was parallel to principal axis. After reflection, the ray DE was formed, which passes through focus. Now about light ray 2, AH was incident on concave mirror in such a way that it would come through the line passing through center of curvature. What will happen to it? After reflection, it will pass through center of curvature, returns back to the same path. So reflected ray was HG. So two reflected rays were there, AH and HG. As we can see here, AH and HG looks parallel to each other. They will not intersect. But we can say that they will intersect at infinity, at a far point. So what will happen? Analysis of image formed. We can analyze from here that the position of image will be at infinity first. Second, how will be the size of image? As we know that these two rays of light, reflected rays of light will intersect at infinity. So that will make the size of image very big, highly magnified, we can say. And how will be the nature of image? Yes, we are saying that this reflected rays are going to meet somewhere at infinity, so it is going to be real image. And we have seen that the reflected rays are going to meet below the principal axis at infinity, so it is going to be inverted. What are the applications of this position? We can see the uses of these positions in car headlight, searchlights, torches. How we can see here, this diagram will make you explain. This is that concave mirror which is present inside the car headlight, searchlight and torches. You can see some kind of this mirror is there. This is the concave mirror. What happens, this bulb glows and it spreads light in all direction, but we want to focus it in one direction, so that we can see it over there only. So the light which is going in all direction is reflected back in such a way that it becomes parallel in the direction which we want to see. That's why we can see more light because of the torches, headlights and searchlight. This diagram shows everything. Like, see, the ray of light which was going in another direction, after reflection it gets parallel and becomes unidirectional. All the lights are going in the same direction. Now in the later part we'll discuss about position number 3. Welcome back, students. This is the second part of today's video. Now let us move to the position number 3 of object. That is, now we have reached at the left side of the focus. Now we are seeing that the object is in between center of curvature and focus. So how the diagram will look like? Diagram will look like something in this way. This is our basic diagram. This is our concave mirror with reflecting side on one inside, rough side on outside, a principal axis, a center of curvature, focus and pull. Always we have to make this basic diagram for concave mirror first. Then after that, where the object will be in between somewhere, focus and center of curvature. This is center of curvature and this is focus, in between anywhere. Here the object can be, which is denoted by an arrow. That the name of object is AB. We are denoting it by AB. As we already know again that we need two reflected rays to show the intersection, and at that point the image will be forming. So first of all, let's make the light rays incident. This is the light ray incident on concave mirror in such a way that it is parallel to principal axis. What will happen about it? According to our rule number 1, it will pass through focus. So what was the reflected ray? Reflected ray, we will name it as AH. After reflection, it passes through focus. So reflected ray is HD. Incident ray was AH. Reflected ray is HD. Then we need second ray. We can make it pass through focus. The second ray of light, we are making it fall on the concave mirror in such a way that it is passing through focus. What's the name of that incident ray? AE. What will happen after it gets reflected back? Yes, it is passing through focus. So according to our rule number 3, it will fall parallel to principal axis. So reflected ray is EG. Here we can see we are having two reflected rays, HD and EG. They both are intersecting at one point. So at that point only the image will be forming. Let us name this point as This is our object image, and let us name this point as A dash. Why? Because the object's head, this arrowhead, is the head of the object. So we have taken light out of it, so we have named it in that way. A was the arrowhead. Here also A dash is the arrowhead of image. So the bottom of the arrow will be B was here, so image will be B dash. So image is forming as A dash B dash. At what point? At the point of intersection of two reflected light rays. So what has been done till now? See, light ray 1, incident ray was AH to the concave mirror in such a way that it was parallel to principal axis. What happened after reflection? Passes through focus. What was the reflected ray? HD. Then about light ray 2, incident ray was AE to the concave mirror in such a way that it passes through focus. So what happened after reflection? It falls parallel to principal axis, and reflected ray was EG. Two reflected rays were there, and they intersected at point A dash, making an image A dash B dash. So about the analysis of image, how the image is being formed, three things we have to analyze. First thing is position of image. Where is the position of image? Position of image is beyond center of curvature. Yes, it is after center of curvature. How is the size of image? It is larger than the object. You have seen the size of image was larger than the object. And nature of image, yes, the rays are actually meeting, intersecting somewhere, means it is real image, and you have seen that it is below the principal axis. The image is being formed below the principal axis. That's why it is inverted. Again, you have to see the diagram. Then you can see here in this diagram, this is the image. It is below principal axis, larger than the object, actually intersecting rays, real image, and the position is after center of curvature, or you can say beyond center of curvature. So these are the analysis of it. So what we have discussed today, what we have understood today, we have understood two things. Image formation by concave mirror when the object is placed at focus first. Today we have seen this, and between focus and center of curvature. These two positions we have understood. So for the first, at focus, what was the analysis of image? Position of image was at infinity. Size of image was highly magnified. Yes, the image was forming at infinity, and it was going to meet at some place at infinite position. So he highly magnified, and nature of image will be real and inverted. And second thing which we discussed, the position was object in between center of curvature and focus. So analysis of image, position of image beyond center of curvature, size of image larger than the object. Recently we have seen, and nature of image was real and inverted. So it was recall. Then you have to answer these questions now. In the previous class also I asked you some questions. Please keep on answering these questions. Make notes of all this and answer it. It is because it is important to answer these questions so you can revise all these things. So first question, which kind of mirror is used in headlights of a car? Why is it used for this purpose? Second question, which mirror is used as torch reflector? Draw a labeled diagram to show how a torch reflector can be used to produce a parallel beam of light. Where is the bulb placed in relation to the torch reflector? This is all for today. I hope you are understanding and making notes of it. Goodbye and take care.